Amen Stories team thanks you for watching the video. Please subscribe and like to bring God to everyone. What if one of the most respected historians of the ancient world left behind a powerful testimony about a man who would forever change human history? In today's video, we explore the writings of Flavius Josephus, a first-century Jewish historian, and his fascinating account of Jesus of Nazareth. Join us as we uncover a compelling blend of history, faith, and mystery, and see how Josephus' words continue to echo through time. Flavius Josephus, born Yosef ben Mattityahu in Jerusalem around 37 AD, was a first-century Jewish historian whose writings offer valuable insight into Jewish history, the Roman Empire, and the context of early Christianity. Living through the turbulence of the Jewish-Roman conflicts, including the Great Jewish Revolt in 66 AD, Josephus played many roles: a military commander, a prisoner of war, and eventually, a Roman citizen under the patronage of Emperor Vespasian. Following his capture at Jotapata, Josephus reportedly predicted Vespasian would become emperor, a prophecy that seemingly came true, leading to Josephus' release and his adoption of the name Flavius, in honor of the imperial family. His most important works, The Jewish War and Antiquities of the Jews, remain vital for understanding the world in which Jesus of Nazareth lived. One passage in Antiquities, often referred to as the Testimonium Flavianum, has sparked significant scholarly debate. It references Jesus and his influence, but many scholars believe the passage may have been edited or added to by later Christian scribes. Rather than make definitive claims, we invite you to imagine what Josephus might have written if he had personally witnessed Jesus' ministry. The following dramatized letter is a fictionalized account, inspired by Josephus' style and the historical context of his time. It is not a verified historical document, but rather a creative narrative meant to explore what such a letter might have sounded like. Greetings, my brothers and sisters. I write to you from Rome, where news from our homeland reaches us even here at the heart of the empire. Among the many names spoken, one continues to echo with surprising persistence: Jesus of Nazareth. This man, who walked our land decades ago, has become the subject of intense fascination. Some call him a prophet, others, a teacher, and still others, the long-awaited Messiah. I share with you not as a partisan, but as a witness to the voices that continue to speak of him. He was a man of modest appearance, yet he carried a presence that drew crowds. He spoke in the synagogues and in the streets with an authority that stirred the hearts of the simple and challenged the learned. People tell stories of healing, of restored sight and walking limbs, of cleansing and forgiveness, miracles. They say, that made him beloved by many and feared by others. I recall hearing whispers of his final days, his entry into Jerusalem, cheered by crowds as the Son of David, his arrest and trial, and finally, his crucifixion under Roman authority. Some believed this would silence his followers, but the opposite occurred. Stories soon spread, of an empty tomb, of appearances to his disciples, even of an ascension into the heavens. These reports, whether metaphor or miracle, transformed a small group of followers into a movement that continues to grow, even here in Rome. I have spoken with many, those who call themselves his disciples, his family, and others who knew him. Among them was James, known as the Just, his brother, a man of deep piety who led a community in Jerusalem. Others included Mary Magdalene, a woman who described a profound spiritual transformation through his teachings, and Peter, a Galilean fisherman who now leads with passionate conviction. Even some Roman soldiers recall the day of his crucifixion, claiming they saw in him a dignity and forgiveness not commonly witnessed. One centurion reportedly said that the skies themselves seemed to mourn. Today, a growing number call themselves Christians. They meet in hidden places, share bread and wine, and speak of Jesus not as a dead teacher, but as a living presence. Despite persecution, their faith endures. I cannot speak to the truth of every claim, but I can attest to the lasting impact he has had on our people and on our history. Whether prophet, teacher, or something more, Jesus of Nazareth left a mark that cannot be ignored. Even in the halls of Roman power, his name is spoken, sometimes with awe, sometimes with hostility, but never with indifference. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob grant us wisdom as we seek truth in these times of change. With respect and sincerity. Flavius Josephus. While this letter is a fictional reconstruction, it reflects themes present in Josephus' historical writings and in other early Christian and Jewish sources. The real Josephus did not provide detailed personal testimony about Jesus, but the fact that Jesus is mentioned at all in Antiquities of the Jews speaks to the significance he held in first-century Judea. We encourage viewers to continue their exploration, seeking knowledge and insight at the intersection of faith and history. If you found this journey through history meaningful, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you more stories that illuminate the past and inspire reflection. Be sure to check out our next video, appearing on the screen now. Until next time, remember, history and faith, when explored with open hearts and minds, can guide us to deeper truths. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history and belief. If this story inspired you or sparked your curiosity, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Share it with someone who loves discovering the deeper truths behind our faith and past. Until next time, remember, history is not just about the past, it's about understanding who we are today. Amen. Stories team thanks you for watching the video. Please subscribe and like to bring God to everyone.